Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you. What's up? Really like that. You really like that? Let's shut up and grab some tape. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Film Guy Network on a fabulous Monday morning over here in the studio. Hope this one finds you well. We got a long film study. We went no cold intro on the offensive film study. I think we're going to do the very similar thing here on the defensive film study as we look at this Tennessee offense absolutely shredding this Georgia defense. Now, I don't think Heupel had scored 20 points on Georgia?
Hadn't scored more than 17.
Okay, hadn't scored more than 17. The difference this year was a multitude of things. First and foremost, Chris Brazzell, my Lord. Secondly, they have done a complete revamping of this Tennessee offense schematically. All right, they're a football team that can bunch now. They're a football team that can stay efficient through the means of the screen game now. They're a football team that can run the ball against the likes of Georgia. They ran the football admirably in this football game, all right? The whole system at Tennessee, in my opinion, yeah, it's wide choice, whatever y'all want to call it, right? The whole system is predicated on, can we get to second and medium? Because if we get to second and medium, we're going to launch bombs upon your head top today. And that's exactly what happened. They earned the right to be in attackable territory on second down, and they attacked your butt, Georgia, all right? And they caught the football in the air. That is the thing when you play Tennessee, all right? You're going to have to stop the run, and you have to play the football in the air and be calm when it's there. And there was a lot of panic on this film today. Let's get after it. Got a couple rules. If you learn anything about the game of football, you must subscribe. If you learn anything about your favorite football team, you must subscribe. If you have any fun at all today, you must subscribe. Hey, let's shut up and let's grind the tape. You're in charge. Jonathan, we decided on our trip to Knoxville that the Atlanta Braves were the unifying force between these two fan bases. Is that agreed?
Yeah.
So, hey, how about them Bravos today? All right, how about them Bravos today? Bad year for Braves. That's all right, though. Good year for these two football teams. I think they're playoff bound. Hey, I love nerdy stuff on this network. I love getting in the weeds, all right? How about this footwork right here from this tight end, Jonathan? I love this, okay? We're attached to the tackle right here. So if the tackle tries to get out in his kick set, what's his first move, Jonathan? That right foot's going to kick back, isn't it? All right, but we're standing right there where his foot's going to kick back. So how do we change our footwork to accommodate his? Watch this right here. I think they're really, really well coached at this position, Jonathan. Probably the best coached tight end group outside of maybe Georgia, because they recruit absolute freak shows. All right, but look at that footwork right there to protect his tackles kick set, to get out there to protect that wide nine. Do you see that right there, Jonathan? I'm a nerd. I love seeing stuff like that, okay? Also, love seeing this from Tennessee. I know they were pretty tight end heavy last year with kits, but they're going to get to this play action, shallow crosser, linebackers sucked up to play the run type of action the entire game, and they're going to wait for a fourth quarter to just smack you in the face with a double move off of it with Braylon Staley, okay? So this OC and this staff is just going to be feeding you little cookies to smack you in the face with a big boy on the back end of that, okay? All right. He is a natural passer. He started out the football game this way. Really, really, really well placed with the ball placement. As the game progressed, as the looks changed, we started putting balls on back shoulders. We started getting guys hit. We started running guys into defenders, and you'll see why. Georgia opened the game with a very much so too high look. All right, too high safeties. They're going to change this as the game progresses, all right? Also, I want y'all to pay attention as this film study progresses to the adjustments that they make with what we're going to call the field nickel. Okay, watch how they change his responsibilities. Watch how they make him alert of what Tennessee is doing to them with these shallow crosses, all right? This guy is going to open up to the field and pretty much remain there until the ball's well completed, all right? And this amount of space right here as the game progresses is going to shrink until Tennessee ultimately double moves them off of it. All right. Now, this dude, we're going to talk about him today. This dude ran 4 or 5 routes on Saturday where I'm like, that is an NFL route, my guy. That is an NFL route. This being one of them. I love how he works into windows too, Jonathan. Big, 6'5", long, can really, really run. Gets an inside release right now, puts that DB on his hip, right? Puts him on his hip on the outside of his framework. We're going to continue into our drive phase. Boom. Snap him off, get back into his outside window, and break that route off. Guys, no wasted movement here from a really, really big, long, and fast wide receiver right here. I mean, Jonathan, what's Chris Brazzell listed at? He's got to be 6'5". He's got to be 205 pounds.
I think it's exactly that.
I mean, he's a massive dude, and to be able to run a route like that right there is really, really impressive, okay? Did we get, oh no, left tackle's working his butt off over there running it past the spot. Oh, that's the tight end. That's Kitts over there working his butt off, running somebody past the spot. I think Kitselman's an NFL player, by the way, if you haven't been watching me for 2 years. But you see what I mean? Like, this is new to them. Mm-hmm. They got all 11 guys inside the numbers out of pistol with an attached tight end. That's not Tennessee of old. That's not gimmicky. That's an NFL set. You know what I mean? You can't run that out route in wide choice, can you, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. All right, this is what I'm talking about. When have you ever heard a football coach say, we got to get a hat on a hat? We got to get a hat on a hat. This is a hat on hat run play, okay? This is a hat on hat run play. They're going to get 5 for 5 in the box and the 6th with the tight end, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to make the safety make a play. This is a hat for a hat. This is a 4-yard run play, and boy, they earned it. Okay, that I really do believe this is the difference. This is why they scored as many points as they did. It's yeah, you didn't play the ball great in the air, but they were in second and manageable a lot. Look at this. They're in 2nd and 4, guys. They couldn't dream of being in 2nd and 4 in years prior. All right, they were in 2nd and 9, 2nd and 8. All right, there's a total math difference, especially for a team that likes to shoot threes like this when we have an ability to do this. And then they're hunting, right? We're in a 2nd and 4. We go truck toss, shallow cross. That's not Tennessee. Maybe they did. Maybe I didn't watch enough Tennessee last year. All right, but I don't remember seeing stuff like this, Jonathan. And it's just all eye discipline, right? Look at Raylan. Raylan's eyes are in the backfield. He reads that truck toss, takes one too many steps, and then that shallow cross runs right by his face. Because, guys, we're not really expecting that. Normally, we're expecting that crack, right? When we get that toss crack motion or action right there, right? We're expecting to see people cross our face, even when the ball does get tossed over here, because everything's working back against us while the ball is going back away. And then all of a sudden we realize, oh crap, the quarterback has the ball. Right there. There's the oh crap. You can always see the oh craps on tape. There's the oh crap. Just got to get healthy. I mean, they're healthy offensively besides David Sanders, but if they get healthy defensively, they're going to be all right. And this is a college football trend for me, Jonathan, in class. Like when we get inside the 5, it's the +1 run games coming towards us everywhere. Everybody does it. Unless you Miami and Carson Beck. Everybody is running +1 run game inside the 5 because everybody's playing cover 0. What am I talking about? Everybody else out here is loading the box, right? For the first time all football game, they've probably got a good decent count right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're playing it even. They never play it even. So we got a +1, right? We got to add the quarterback into the equation to get a decent count right here. This is not a new trend. It's a guaranteed trend in college football. Look out for quarterback run, ball inside the 5 if the dude's any halfway decent of an athlete. Man, oh man, oh man. All right, hey, they come back to this later in the football game and they gash you. All right, you do not have, they're running counter back to the field right here, Jonathan, and because of your defensive front, you're in a mint front right here, you have no force player right here, all right, or no dent player as we call it. Look from the tight right here, right? This looks very counterable over here, doesn't it? If we just wash him down, we get one over here, we get another one, and now we've got a good count on the front side. This is a great job by 90 of not allowing this edge to get wrapped quickly. He's going to push upfield right here and do what we call make this thing bubble, right? We want to make those guys bubble around our movement at the line of scrimmage. He actually takes the wrapper right here. Do you see that? He takes Lance Hurd, sheds him straight across his face, and then ultimately takes one of the blockers or one of the additional blockers from the counter motion. Look at that. That's a true freshman. And then it allows Jonell to really recover and close for a 2-yard run. A little bit later, they don't get as much movement from that front side defensive end. Ball to the field, Stark Thomas rips you for 30. Okay, it's coming back later in the football game. All right. Hey, I didn't play DB, so let's just get that out the way. All right, we know that. We knew that. Chat class knew that. Class knew that. All right, we're all good. So I ain't gonna act like I know anything about what this guy's got going on. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if we go to stab, right? If we go to stab one of our hands and we don't connect, we cooked. I know that about DB play. All right, and watch him down here at the bottom. We just don't get a good jam right here, Jonathan. We don't get our hands on, okay? We miss with our inside hand, and now we bad. We in big time trouble against a good receiver that can really, really go. All right, also, I remember in post game, Jonathan, do you remember hearing Kirby say, we were supposed to have a safety in the middle of the field? We were supposed to have a safety in the middle of the field. I think it's him because he gets bit up on the play action right here. Okay, he gets bit up on the play action. And doink. All right, the other coaching point, obviously, hey, if we're going to get there early, let's just go ahead and tackle the guy. The problem is, and I tweeted that one, the problem is when you watch this from the All-22, Brazel looks like he's looking back, but isn't fighting back. He looks like he's looking back, waiting for the ball, and Ellis thinks he's timing up a PBU is what happens. But no, Brazel's just waiting slowly, gearing down because the ball's slightly underthrown. See him gearing down right there? He's just slowing down, putting his back on the DB. All right, Ellis thinks the ball is now arriving. Watch this from the tight. See, he just thinks he's getting a PBU right here. He even starts from the hands, not a real tackling for him. I think we lose it at the jam. I also think we lose it by the safety right here, biting 6 steps down on the run. Also, holy hell, to be 6'5" and be in this body position, Jonathan, his right foot's the first one that hits, I think, right here. No, it's his left foot. All right. Most guys fall, I think. Most athletes fall right there at 6'5", 205. And we're cruising to the end zone. Mask up. Break the door down. I love that, Selly. Come on now. All right. Let's go play 11. I think Hurd played some better football this year, or is playing better football. He's healthy, man. He's playing better football, and he's a lot more healthy. Here he is right here. Really good athlete, all right? Really good puller, and really good pass blocker. And bam. Come get you some, Raylan. Let's talk about, though, here's the deal. Here's why they're so great at playing it light. Because even if you've got 7 for my 5, somebody's on a one-on-one, right? Even if you're double teaming, this guy or whoever it is, somebody's going to get a one-on-one in the situation. It's 94 right here. And watch what he does, okay? Because he's going to shed a block really, really quickly, and then bam, right at the line of scrimmage, you're whacked. Great play, 94. All right. This is an again, I think they studied a crap load of Texas is what it looks like to me. We're going to get a pistol play action right here, Jonathan. And this guy who's on the line of scrimmage, okay, is actually going to run back and then run the arrow right here, all right, off of the play action. And I know that this looks open, but I think this is a run after the catch play. You know what play this is, Jonathan? And this is, I wish we had one of those video editors that work for us that could take it. This play reminds me of the very first play Georgia ran against Alabama in the SEC championship the day Brock Bowers was hurt. Brock Bowers catches a ball in the flat, and he hobbling around, not looking like 19 for 38 yards to start the football game. Do you remember?
I don't, actually.
Go back and watch it. It's the same exact play. Boom. Right there. Look at all this grass right here. They didn't have this, I don't think. I don't remember preparing for Tennessee and being like, well, damn, we got to stop all this stuff in the flat now, too? I don't remember that. Do you? Mm-hmm. Every time I've prepped for them, it's like, yeah, they're going to throw 50-yard bombs. Now they're playing this stuff that makes me want to do this. Uh-oh. Great stiff arm there, Mike. Great stiff arm there, Mike. Not as gimmicky as most people think, in my opinion. At this point right here, I think he's 8 for 8. And then he does this nonsense. I knew they was going to score 40 at this point. My question was, is Georgia going to score 40? Because when quarterbacks start doing this against Georgia, like they're playing above the scheme, okay? They're playing above whatever deficiencies we have in terms of talent. They're taking care of it, right? They're handling it themselves. It's a great job fighting with your hands, McLeod. Xavier McLeod? Mm-hmm. X. Great job fighting with your hands there, X. What the hell is going on with my football brain? I knew that dude's name was Xavier. What's going on? All right, the only thing I would say here is we got to keep the ball tight. Watch 6. Okay, I don't like that. All right, that's dangerous. That's very, very dangerous. We got to figure out how to keep 2 hands on the football and make that guy miss. But we made it miss, and we made it happen. Great play by him. Great play by the receiver, too, who's working his way back to the football. Yeah, at that point, I was like, all right, Georgia's going to have to score a lot of points today to have any chance in this football game because this dude is dialed. They're going to eventually change the picture on him. See, guys, still a little bit too high, rolling down into single high now. Do we all see that? They're starting to change the picture, okay? And guess what happened? Holds the football a little bit. Has to throw it away. Man, and he doesn't know this because they've been showing too high and they just changed the look. He doesn't know this, but there's nobody over here on this sail route, Jonathan. We got a post, I think, working here, and then a sail to get to this grass that we're running clean. Do we see that? Mm-hmm. All right. We don't have to throw this ball away, but again, he doesn't know that because they just now changed the picture from 1 high or it's 2 out of 1 high. There's nobody over here. If we just throw this ball with anticipation, we're going to be all right. Instead, he chunks it straight out of bounds and we get a grounding penalty here. As an offense. I'm telling you, Lance is playing good football, dude. Playing really, really good football. As is number 9. Never a wasted step, Jonathan. Look at him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Quarterback. You'll never, ever, ever see Chris Cole stutter. You know what I mean? It'll never be, nope, just all, I'm maximizing the efficiency here on this snap. All right, 3rd and 12. For some reason, I thought this was like 3rd and 20. I don't know what I was thinking when I watched this live. I was watching it from the back cut. They actually, this is a great call and it's a great route. And Ellis, we do this during DB drills all off season. All right, don't y'all do all these like pedal, and then your DB says break, and then you break up out of it, and then you pedal, break, and then you do all this. And all summer we do this, and we don't have a receiver there to help pull ourselves out of the break, do we? No, we work all summer, break, and we break out ourselves. And we're great athletes, so we don't need the human to help us pull ourselves out of the break. So why do we do it when we get into the game? That's my question right here, right? I thought this was like 3rd and 20, and I was giving them hell for panicking. Nope, this is right at the sticks. I understand why we do. But hey, we're here. We get into this position all the time, every day, in DB drills, in practice, in off-season workouts. Just run yourself out of the break, dude. We don't need to pull on him. Run yourself out of the break. Got me out here foot firing, Jonathan. How did the foot fire look, by the way?
Not bad.
Not bad. Hey, also, like universal, I'm guilty. Universal, I'm guilty. Like whenever I'm holding, offense, defense, special teams, don't matter. I do that one, I'm getting a flag, 100%. Because you know what that is? That's our body saying, oh shit, I'm holding. Let go. Play 21. Their screen ability, man. Their screen ability changed everything. All right. Again, this ain't wide choice, dog. They're getting an 11 personnel bunch. They look like you right here. Motioning the tight end and going truck toss, or what we call trailer around here, right? We got truck toss, where everybody, kind of pins, and then we pull somebody out here, right, Jonathan? And then we got trailer, where instead of that, we pin down with tight ends, all right, and get the ball to the running back. Look at that. Or the wide receiver. Looks like truck toss out on the edge, therefore trailer. 2nd and 6 is what we earn. 2nd and 5, rather, is what they earn. Now, on 2nd and 5, guess what he can go back to? He can go right back to his homie Kits, and he can get into this red zone specialty of his. I can't tell you how many red zone touchdowns they've scored over the years with this play, Jonathan. This little tight end slip off of play action. I don't even think they give a play action here. It's just tight end right across the face. Now, coaching point here. You got to see what's happening and got to close. He sees what's happening. He gets another one crossing his face, and he takes care of it. Watch this. Jonathan and I were talking about counting the threats earlier, right? Before the show. There's one threat over there. He's taking care of that. 1, 2, 3, 4 threats over here. Somebody's coming this way, and I better take him when he does. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And you'll see KJ trying to coach him up on the fly right here. Hey, look, this is Jacory's real first extended playing time this season. I know he played a lot last year, but you'll see KJ, I think right there, right there is kind of yelling at him, hey, that was your man. And you can see Jacory. I think dead feet is dead meat in defensive football. I think if we're not gaining ground in any given moment, we're probably getting beat in that given moment. Does that make sense, Jonathan? If we're not gaining ground, if we're not observing and making something happen with the information that we are collecting, we're probably going to get beat, okay? Somehow, some way, especially in zone coverage. And he takes way too long until the ball is gone to see what's happening in front of him, okay? Mm-hmm. Great tackler, though. Great tackler. 20 had a day, okay? 20 had a day as a tackler, as did Kyron Jones. All right, again, man, any draft analyst this year, I'm not talking about last year, I'm not talking about years prior, any draft analyst that says Tennessee's offense is not translatable to the NFL, they didn't watch them this year. I'm telling you that right now, because this is not wide choice. This is an NFL concept right here. They're going to get the tight end down here attached, right? We're in trips bunch right here to the top with one receiver on the backside. When we bunch as an offense, we force the defense to bunch. 9 times out of 10 in college football, you're going to get a pseudo quarter shell out of this, right? These 4 top DBs are going to play the concepts however they are coached up to do so. Now, here's what we got as a concept. We got a block, chip, delayed release. release from the tight end. Don't even worry about him. He's not even really in the mix. We're going to take you and we're going to try to get you to occupy the eyes of that front side safety. Okay, we're going to run you right down the middle of the field, a clear out route. I love football. Go run that SOB. All right, we're going to push to the outside leverage of this corner and we're going to snap that sucker off for a post. We want this ball thrown high when we get there. All right, the other thing, because we really got to occupy the eyes of this safety, the other thing we're going to do is we're going to take Mike Matthews and run him at the face, run him right in the front of the face of that safety as well. So we're going to occupy as many eyes as we possibly can and really stress the disciplines, right, and the rules of this coverage unit, okay? Look at KJ. He's got to pass this off, all right? He's got to take care of this if it ultimately comes over, and he's got a post working behind his face. No matter how great you are, all right? No matter how great you are, if I get you to play slow and I get your eyes to dart across the offense multiple ways, you're going to be in trouble, okay? Also, let's talk to Daniel Harris here. I understand, in my opinion, okay, if two go vertical, we have to carry with ours. All right, we don't have any working back to us. All right, if two go vertical, I have to work with mine. I don't know how they coach that. I really don't, but it got put into compromise either way. What a ball, amen? Mm-hmm. Again, if they're out here doing it's gimmicky, whatever nonsense, they just didn't watch them this year. Also, hey, how about a new way to run counter right here, if my memory serves me correct? No, I got the wrong play. No. Here we go. I told y'all to take a little mental picture of how that nickel was playing, all right, and how he was being alert to the crosser. Watch Jonell over here, okay? He's going to get into his zone drop, all right? Get into his zone drop. He's taking care of the flats, but he knows, hey, awkwardly suspicious of a crosser back over here, all right? So we got to be able to take care of two somehow, some way. Flips his hips, and now he's ready to drive on that football, isn't he? A little bit different than what we saw in the first couple possessions, right? That's that entire analyst staff sitting over there doing what I'm doing right now, right? They do this in game, by the way, nowadays. If you're not, you're losing. If you don't start making adjustments possession to possession nowadays, I think you're not doing a service as a football coaching staff, in my opinion. Okay? If you're not seeing what's going on, you got all the tools in the world. And wham, dislodge the football. Great job keeping the head out of the play and not aiming for the body right there, 8. I feel like as a freshman, last 2 years, watching that kid on this, that's targeting all the way, isn't it? He going to try to take a head off. That's a good job playing the football instead there, 8. Also, Joey, like, if we're working the deep over, I think we're supposed to be reading the body language of the flat defender. You know, this is the flat defender over here. I feel like as we're rolling right, he's probably reading this progression, which is done. They got that covered, which way he goes. So we should probably be looking down now, right? Working back down the progression right now and reading this flat defender's body, right? We've already ruled this out because of those two defensive backs capping that coverage or that route, right? Now we're reading the flat defender and we should be reading his leverage and what he's doing. As soon as he opens up his hips now, we should be hitting this guy over here. There's no one for him. Now, this is a new way to run counter. All right, normally when we run GH counter, Jonathan, we pull the guard and wrap the tight end, right? What about HG counter? What if we dug out here and then pulled the backside guard to be a wrapper, or actually the backside tackle to be a wrapper? This is actually HT counter. Boom. Great job by Lance as well, continuing to finish the trash. Now they get themselves into a 2nd and 5. I thought it was the major difference in this football game. Now, this is weird to me. This is really, really weird to me. I don't know what happened, but this is a coaching mistake, and I've never really seen this happen, especially against this football team. What can't you do if they don't? All right, here, that's a weird way to phrase that question. Jonathan, if they don't change personnel, you can't change personnel, right? Like, you just can't. And you damn sure can't on third down. Now, I know we're being greedy. We're probably trying to get a pass rush unit on. It's probably what we're trying to do. But we can't do this, because I promise you, they're going to have your ass looking like this on third and down. And we just can't do that. We can't give them free yardage. Honestly, when I was on the field, you're lucky this is 5. You're lucky this ain't 6, or you better be glad this ain't 65, because they're hunting right here. You could hear I'm standing over here. You can hear the entire Tennessee sideline. Okay, I'm standing over here. You can hear the entire Tennessee sideline going, alert, 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 or whatever their key word was. Like, they saw it. They realized they got them on the ball, immediately start hunting. Notes just say, F yeah, Jacory. Oh. This is that photo you were editing the other night, Jonathan. Head on ball. Head on ball, click and trigger. Wham! I think that's the other reason why historically, like, Georgia really, they put you in a lot of space, right? They put you in a lot of space, and they force that guy to be really, really quick. Now, when that guy is, let's say, a Kentucky safety, or let's say a Western Carolina safety, or a Tennessee State safety, or whatever, he's going to have a really, really tough angle, and he's going to go that way. All right, these Georgia safeties are fast closers. They get downhill at a much higher rate. It's the difference between 2nd and 7 and 2nd and 4. Which we led the show off with telling you that's the difference between this offensive system being great and this offensive system being really, really good. I'm telling you, 53's playing damn good football, guys. Damn good football. This is only a play we could run if he's this good. I can't tell you how many lazy, I'm going to call him lazy. I think it's lazy when tight tackles go out there and just step on the toes and then try to, kind of just leverage the guy outward on stretch. No, Bubba. We're calling the play for you to reach that edge defender. Go reach his ass. And that's great footwork on the way to do it, 53. It's a great fill from 20, man. So physical.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take a quick break to give a big time shout out to our friends over at Sleeper, our premier sponsor on the year, and they're doing a great job. The #1 place for daily fantasy and prop plays. Sleeper Picks is a real money product that connects friends over picks. Choose 2 to 8 of your favorite players from pregame, live, or even across different sports. Pick more than or less than the predicted stats. It's that simple. Over on Sleeper, you can get up to 100x payouts, share with your friends, and get rewarded together. Use promo code Brooks today over on Sleeper and get a 100% deposit match up to $100. That's sleeper.com/promo/Brooks. Again, promo code Brooks on Sleeper gets you 100% deposit match today up to $100. Sleeper.com/promo/Brooks. Terms and conditions apply. I want to give you a quick tutorial of how friendly and how easy it is over there on Sleeper today. We're going to scroll over to the college football tabs at the top right there, and then you can see we've got all the quarterbacks ready for their pass yardage with their total yardages set. We've got rushing yardages for both quarterbacks and running backs, receiving yards, all that good stuff, passing touchdowns. And here's what I am looking at today, guys. Looks really, really juicy. Jamal Haynes, half a touchdown total in this matchup this weekend against Oklahoma. Come on, guys. One place to be this year, Sleeper. Promo code Brooks. We appreciate those guys.
Now, this was a little bit concerning as the game started to work, okay? We start missing these balls on these inward breakers. We were so dialed as a quarterback early on. I had 14 for 14, and now we start missing balls back away a little bit here. We're going to start sailing footballs a little bit, right? We missed that back left shoulder over there. Now, the interception I saw, I guess Jonell got one and KJ got one. Mm-hmm. The KJ interception, wide receiver falls straight on his face. Straight on his face. Jacks up all the timing. That was a bad miss right there, though. That was on third down. Hey, how about a little ice bath and ibuprofen? What did I write that down for on play 30? Who got them a stick? Oh, I think it's 18. Oh! Welcome to the Army, sir. Support our troops, 74. Hey, ironically enough, I think Umarov's, I think it's a Russian right there. Will you check the roster on me? Is that Umarov right there getting a little jacked up? My boy from Denmark High School.
What number is he?
Number 74. Hey, 6 yards though.
It is.
Yeah. Hey, now this is why they call it wide choice. All right. Have you ever heard that term and not known what it actually meant? Like, you watch this channel, so you're here all the time, right? Hey, they're obviously really, really wide. But here comes the choice part of it, right? This is the crux of their offense, okay? Originally. Now they've added all this fun stuff, but this is the what do you call it? The essentials, okay? We have an opportunity to go vertical if we like it. All right. But if we don't, we have the choice to run a comeback right here. All right, it's wide, and we have the choice. Also, it's why in this system sometimes you see these quarterbacks. I don't know where my football is. You see these quarterbacks get to the top of their drop, Jonathan, 1, 2, 3, and they just sit. And they're waiting for that guy to make a decision on what he's doing. All right, so sometimes it can look a little finicky with the footwork back here at the quarterback position. He's going to work back down to Mike right here, and watch what I'm talking about with his footwork. He kind of gets dead feet right here because he has no other choice. Down set hut. All right, and now we kind of just have to wait. All right, wait, and then rip. Okay, very, very tough. And this is why their guys have to have huge arms, right? Because we have to sit there flat-footed and go, and then we're going to rip a, 20-yard? That's a 40-yard throw for an 18-yard comeback right here. That's tough. That's why their guys got to have huge bazookas. Great job, Mike Matthews, fighting back through the football. Not to the football, through the football, okay? I mean, Dalen Bubba, that's about as good as it gets. I mean, we can't do nothing about that. We protected the verticals. All right, we got over the top. We forced the choice route, right? We forced the comeback. Great job. Great job by all. I couldn't do it. Whew. Man, that would make me nervous as a quarterback. Now, this was weird. They had like 4 of these where either we drop a snap. Later on, I'm going to show you Joey opening up the wrong way. Did you see that? That was crazy to me. So I do think we're starting to get sped up as an offense. Now, here's my thing. That doesn't look like a dead ball snapper to me. He looks like he's got his regular hand on that, right? All right, let's talk football here. There's 2 types of snaps, okay? 2 types of snaps. Regular, I'm an athlete, and I can actually do my job snapping, and then dead ball snapping. We'll talk about it. All right. This is, I can do my job snapping, right? Regular, I'm holding the ball like I throw it, and I'm just going to take it between my legs, and I'm going to throw it back, and I'm going to throw it with a spiral, because every ball we've ever thrown in our life, we try to throw it with a spiral, because it's easier to catch this way than it is to catch like that. All right. And then there's this dead ball nonsense that they started about, 15 years ago, where they roll the ball up on its nose and they just kind of flick it like that. And it flips back at the quarterback like that right there. And guess what's hard to catch? All them points flying around at me like that, especially when I'm trying to read defensive ends and my eyes are over here and you're flipping a twirling ball over this direction. To hell with that. All right. Now, this is really weird to me, though, because he doesn't look like he's got the nose rolled up, does he? He doesn't look like he's holding the tip of the football like that. He looks like he's holding it like an athlete. But he don't spin the football. This is weird. Look at this thing knuckle back at this quarterback, Jonathan. You see that? Mm-hmm. See that ball kind of tumble on him? It's harder to catch. I'm a nerd. Boom, we drop it. First non-ball dead snapper I've seen that throws ducks. Alrighty. What's the job of the down lineman in the run game, Jonathan? What's the job of the defensive lineman in the run game? Keep the linebackers clean. Great answer. Keep the linebackers clean. Gotta. Nobody can touch my linebackers. 90 right here is going to do a really, really good job of not only keeping the linebacker clean, but also beating the linebacker to the spot. Watch this. Take the double team. Don't you dare allow 5 to get touched. We got to allow him to work clean to make this tackle right here. Yes, sir. I will do exactly that, and I will make the tackle for him. Good football player, man. I'm excited to continue to watch that one for 2.5 more years. All right, hey, they've been working these crossers, right? Been working these crossers. What did Georgia do? I told you there was a switch coming. They're going to get out of 2 high, get back into 1 high. What does that do? It puts one of these guys in the box, right, on both sides of this fringe box territory, okay, where these crossers are ultimately running, and you about to start getting hit in the face, okay? You about to start getting hit in the face on 3rd down, and it's not going to feel good. Wham! Great adjustment by that Georgia coaching staff. But there's an adjustment for the adjustment coming. I'm telling you, there's a double move that y'all going to score a pivotal touchdown on here in a little bit. I love the gamesmanship, right? The chess match between 2 really, really smart coaches. And wham! Ooh. Yeah, football be hurting, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Speaking of football be hurting, sometimes a little FPE is all you need, right? Sometimes a little fire, passion, and energy. Oh, wrong clip. Sometimes a little fire, passion, and energy is what you need. We're going to get in here in a little bit, but I love this from 3 as well. Actually making a play on the football, okay? He'll do this every once in a while. Huh. I mean, woo. Dang. Also, look what they're doing here, Jonathan. They're going to delay rush Raylan and drop Q. Opposite of the 3-by-1. Why? Because they've been getting a lot of this stuff, right? So they're making adjustments here mid-game, mid-series, really, sometimes. Also, I put in my notes here, it really, really helps when you can do this and you feel like you can take this guy and put his eyes to the field. You know what I mean? Watch how they just move directly away and don't even worry about Dalen down there on the bottom. I don't know where they'd be if they didn't have this one right about now. You know what I mean? It's so funny. It was 2 years ago. It was, oh, this guy sucks. Dalen. We got to get rid of him. And now he's the guy. And it's a cyclical thing at Georgia. They attacked Keely Ringo. And then it was like, all right, let's try to attack this Kamari guy. Let's go attack Dalen. And then it's like, let's go attack Ellis. All right, so it normally happens. When you're that first-year starter on the other side of the dude, you're going to get attacked right here, okay? I think he's beat vertically, but there are balls way out. So his closing speed is what's probably most impressive for me. Love Deshaun Bishop, love Peyton Lewis. Your starting running back at the University of Tennessee is none other than Star Thomas. All right, because he's out here defying. Whoop, see ya. It's a great run stunt here, so destructive. These 2 young football players, man, I'm really, really bullish on what it's ultimately going to be. This is 95 Nnamdi Agboko. Shout out to the Nigerian scouting theory. Oh, also, that's the Joseph Jonah Ojonye. Shout out to the Nigerian scouting theory. All right, and they fit into FSU right here. They fit into FSU. I mean, Shamarad. Oof. Hey, but got 5 yards because the back's good. Now, this is weird. This is an interception. And look, I know you, bud. I know you. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, we can't throw that ball. The safety's working over. No, you want to give dudes a chance. I'm cool with that. That's how you play football. That's what I recruited you to do. That's what my system's about. Put the damn ball in the air. I'm cool with it. What I'm not cool with is why we float left right here. Huh? Why do we float into pressure right here and allow Kristen Miller to get a little piece of us on this throw? Okay, it's a great stunt right here from Georgia. They got nobody, right? One threat over here left of the center, and they're going to wrap Kristen Miller all the way over while they try to take the eyes of the left tackle, okay? But my question here, where are we going? Why are we floating left into the pressure? Our pocket's still there. We still have a natural pocket. We should have been throwing this from our original launch point, and we'd had clean footwork to do so. Probably wouldn't have underthrown this football, which is exactly what causes it to be intercepted by Jonell. Huh. This was a late adjustment, right? Did I see this last night? Or is it? No, dude. Hey, they did it. Jonathan, we've been asking all the time, are they ever going to, on automatic passing downs, are they ever going to switch and invert? Look at this. That's number 8 playing the middle of the field. That's number 4 playing man-to-man coverage over there. They've switched responsibilities in this football game. Do we see that? Mm-hmm. And guess who makes the play as the deep field safety? Watch him. He's done this before, dude. He did this his entire career. He just started playing star when he got to Georgia. That looks like he's been doing that forever. Mm-hmm. That's a great play, 8. It's also a great coaching adjustment. You don't need to float there. I think Tennessee fans wanted PI. I don't think that guy's ever trained to call PI when he sees this. Mm-hmm. Right? I don't even care if we're grabbing or if I think both guys are touching. I think both guys got hands on right there. And when the DB's like this, you're never getting a call. I don't think. Just so much better, though, in years prior in the run game, right? Just so much better. And I think this is the primary theme today, other than, Chris Brazzell made some hellified plays. But that's the difference right there. It's 1st and 20, and they're going to earn the right to get back into second and 12 with a run play. The last 3 times y'all have played Georgia, if you do this nonsense on 1st and 20, it's going to be 2nd and 18. And now we might as well punt on 3rd down. It's just not going to happen for us. And this is totally different. Okay, this is totally different because you can actually run the football. And you know why you can run the football? Because this dude right here is an NFL player. I think Kitts is really, 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 really good. 72 played his butt off too. I know David Sanders is ultimately probably going to come back and take this kid's job, but I didn't think he played bad. I didn't think he played bad at all. All right. Remember us watching the Syracuse tape, Jonathan, and he rolls right and he runs for about 30 yards down the sideline and he cuts back inside upfield and we're sitting there watching it going, get down, get down, get down, get down. And he never gets down and just kind of gets barely hit against Syracuse, but they tackle him. And what did I say? If you do this against ice baths and ibuprofen, it's going to be bad. It's going to be really, really bad. We can't do this, man. All right, and we saw this on the App State tape. We watched him run himself into big-time hits all the time. He's a little bit too competitive, buddy. The play is dead. The play is dead. And, oh, man. Yeah, bud. Throw it away or get your butt down. Don't take this. Ooh. Now, Tennessee fans wanted targeting. Yeah. I want my quarterback to protect himself. Mm-hmm. That's what I want. All right, hey, let's have a conversation about dudes. Okay, let's have a conversation about dudes. Daniel Harris is now matched up over here with Chris Brazzell. Chris Brazzell's had a hellified game. All right, instead, we're going to come over here and work this side of the progression. I think if we have this ball back, if we had this decision back, we're probably going to feed 17 again, right? Dudes are what is it? Players, not plays. Isn't that what Nick Saban's old adage is? Hey, players, not plays. In this game, in this situation, this player over here was balling his butt off. So here on 3rd and 9 or 3rd and 11, let's let the player make the actual happenings, right? That's a win. He's going to win that right there. Now, do we pick up the sticks? I don't know, but I don't know if he's picking up the sticks either, which is where we try to go, and we ultimately airmail this football. When I start to see balls start to elevate, okay, especially over the middle of the field, when I start to see misses going up, misses going left, misses going right, all right, misses like that, I know we're not necessarily comfortable back there, right? I know we're necessarily not comfortable back there right now. Where we at time-wise, Jonathan?
47.
Hey, 99, stay up. Stay up right here. 2 extended shed in the block. Okay, 2 extended shed in the block right here. Great job getting off of the block. But let's run our feet back up underneath us, right? When we get into this position right here, we can't just fall forward, buddy. We got to put that right hip or right knee right back into drive phase, and we got to get it back up underneath ourselves so we can actually play this back, okay? We can't do that right there. We're not going to make that play. We got to bring our feet back up underneath us. Great job shedding the block, though, and making it bounce. .74, your feet are dead, bud. All right, we just made contact. That's great. Now we got to have some foot fire, right? We got to have some foot fire. Watch us just lean forward throughout this rep. We're just leaning, dragging our feet, man. Run yo damn feet. Yeah, he definitely elevated a few of these guys. A few of these got up, got out, got missed. All right. Early on in the football game, we were nice and confident, right? We were nice and confident early in the football game, and I know why we're not necessarily so confident anymore, right? Georgia's staff started adding more and more and more on this short side of the field, working back into that deep over's face, and that is dangerous, and it makes everybody really, really nervous, right? Now, this is the interception, okay? Now, the wide receiver right here on this inward breaking route, they're trying to run a crosser and then basically an angle like a Texas route right here from the number 2 or the number 3 wide receiver. Now, the problem is he falls down on his face. Okay, he falls down right there. The timing's all jacked up, and now KJ's driving on the spot. Now, to be honest with you, guys, I think KJ blows this up anyways. I don't know if he makes a play, all right? I don't know if he makes an interception, but did you see that drive? Watch this reaction from 4. Look at this. No wasted movements right there. I think he probably blows the play up anyways. Maybe a big hit right here on 3rd down. We got a contested catch type of opportunity, but the wide receiver falls down, and now it's an interception. It's a tough break. But a great drive phase right there by KJ Bolden. And to be able to, when those errant throws get thrown, we got to be a good athlete to throw our body in front of it and catch it like that, right? We're driving to make the play on the interception, and now it's being thrown over here. We got to do one of those. That's great athleticism to catch that football. Buddy, he stole so much good stuff from Steve Sarkisian, it's ridiculous. Okay, this is Steve Sarkisian's staple. 3-by-1, motion over here, act like we're running the wheel, right? And then just squat down over here on the bottom as we get this corner to roll out and bail. Watch this right here. This is Texas 101. This is what they do on short yardage all the time. That stack release right there where everybody thinks both are going vertical, and then we just squat her right down on the sticks. Look at that. Boom. Might have to cut this down. No. Okay, we're good. So boom, they pick up a first down with an addition to the offense, right? They pick up a first down with a new scheme they've made up or created and stole. And then right here, they earn the right to get into 2nd and 5. Okay, now it's a 4-yard gain, but what it ain't is 2nd and 12, right? What it isn't is 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9. We can't throw the ball downfield on 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, we got to get back into 3rd and 4, right? So we can live on 3rd down. But instead, we're in 2nd and 4, so we got a shot play, right? Now, how did we get here? 72, I'm telling you. I think he's good. I know y'all waiting on the 5-star freshman, but we just got a defensive end spiking across our face, and we carried it and washed it down with us on the fly on 1st down. And then Kitts comes in and brings the whammer with the screws on the face mask. All right? Love 87 right there. Bam! Got his eyes inside. Do you see how he fights to get his head inside right there, Jonathan? Look at him. Boom. Because he knows where the crease is supposed to be. Great job, 44 falling off and making a play right there. All right, but boom, we're in 2nd and 4. All right, this isn't changing yet, but we're in 2nd and 4. They were real slow on this one. All right there. It's actually 2nd and 6. But we got a 4-yard gain, and now we're going to take the top off again. Georgia been, I'm telling you, rolling into this cover 3, right? Putting these guys in the box so they can take care of this nonsense. Well, now we got one-on-one with the safety having to run a long way to provide any type of help, which means he ain't getting there. I think this is fair game. I don't know. I didn't see the TV copy. It's hard to look on all 22. It don't look like a push-off. It looks like two guys jumping for the football, and one guy timed it right. Now, does Brazel put his hands on? 100%. But the all 22 right here tells me that's hands on, but we don't actually impact or impede Daniel Harris. Do you see that? When they both went to leap, I felt like he took his hands off. I don't know. Did you think it was OPI?
I mean, initially, for sure, just because I saw him put the hands on. But, I mean, honestly.
Guys, just because I locate the defender doesn't mean I impeded the defender. Do we all understand that?
No call.
You think it's a no call?
Yeah, I think it's a good no call. I think both guys were in phase. Wide receiver wins ball. I think Daniel almost pretty much hits it into his hands, actually, if you watch it on TV. Because I think Daniel hits the ball first.
Yeah.
And then it just pops in there.
But that's the system, man.
Yeah.
If they can earn their right to get into these attackable situations, they're going to put the ball in the air and play lottery ball.
For sure.
What was the old game we played? Where you throw the ball, guys catch it.
Jackpot?
Jackpot. Football brain. It's a lot of that lately, man. Woo-wee. This is this right here. They're right. Can't be doing that. Great job responding, though. Great job getting into the hole where the back was supposed to be going. I mean, he's on your right the whole time. The whole pre-snap, he's on your right. I don't know what we got going on there. Look at this route. I love this from Brazel for two reasons, right? We get a little bit of an inside. We're trying to sell inside release to open his hips this way. Do we see that? Open his hips and open his chest to the field. All right, then we're going to press him vertically by getting outside, right? We're selling an outside go. Now we're going to get him to speed turn. Watch what happens to Dalen. Dalen's going to turn around and speed turn. As soon as he turns around, we're going to snap it off, okay? We're going to snap it off. It's a great route. No dent player right here. This is the big ripper. No dent player. I told you earlier, they got into this 3-by-1 set, right, with the tight end over here and ran counter back to the field. Okay, counter back to the field. If this guy doesn't close enough space, all right, fast enough, and if this dude doesn't get up and create this play to bubble around, then you're in trouble. Okay, because you don't have anybody to push it back in. And 90 gets washed, and now all of a sudden we got a 30-yard rip to our face. 94 actually gets washed, okay? You right here, we've got to get upfield far enough to delay these wrappers in order for the nickel over here to actually close space and get downhill.
Chris Jones getting some burn.
Yeah, Chris Jones played a lot in this football game. It's not just that we got blocked, it's that we got knocked back, okay? Can't get knocked back. Jonell missed a tackle? I didn't know that happened today. I mean, this is some damn play calling right here, dude. All right, so they've been switching to that cover 3 shell, right? Telling this guy, hey, watch out for that crosser. Watch out for that crosser. Watch out for that crosser. Watch out for that. Uh-oh. There he goes. Touchdown.
Yeah, I kept seeing people blame Ellis on this play.
No, Ellis has got to carry his vertical.
I think they thought for some reason he had zone right there.
Well, he does have zone, but we play football at the University of Georgia, right? We when people run across our face, latent concepts, we take them. We carry them to the next guy. We don't just, I'm a stagnant robot. I have cover 3 bubble. No, that's not how you play football. If the post pushes vertical into your zone and then breaks off 4 seconds into the damn play, take him. All right. Same thing for you. When we got somebody rolling across our face late into the progression, and he wants to roll up the sideline, he's ours. I sat in a defensive meeting this year, Jonathan. They had a defensive coordinator that said, we want to force it to the dead spot. I'm like, force it to the dead spot? What's he talking about? If we're in cover 3, Jonathan, right, let's start this play from the top. If we're in cover 3, this guy's going to roll down into the bubble or hook curl, all right, and we're in cover 3 right here. Where is the dead spot? Where's the weakness in the defense?
Right in the seam.
It's seams and flats. You're right. Against cover 3, it's seams and flats. Okay, there's nobody in the flats, and there's nobody in these seams down in between these 3 bubbles, right? Now, those are dead spots. If we force the ball into the dead spot, we can rally and tackle, right? Or we're at least making them compete where we're allowing them to do so. This is not a dead spot in this defense, all right? We need to take it and carry it vertical. Force the ball into a dead spot check down. It's a great play call nonetheless. I mean, we can sit here and over-criticize the player. Hey, how about tip of the cap to the OC? He set that one up for 4 damn quarters. This was interesting because they started the possession with a false start here. This is right after the fumble. They start the possession with a false start. It's 1st and 15. Already off rip, not a good start. Here, first play of the possession, I think we get kind of stalemated and end up in 2nd and 12. Oh no, Quintavious Johnson gets a leg on us, and we should have an opportunity for a rip right here, but we don't because Deshaun kind of falls down. This was a really weird play from the sideline, because I didn't think this should make a tackle right here. I didn't think that right there should throw our body all the way around that way. And then I remembered, oh shit, Quintavious Johnson's 265 pounds. Also, hey, Kits, I've been loving you up the whole show. We have got to get more right here. We have got to. We're trying to dig him out right here, and we go low, and we try to cut him, and we get nothing, right? We don't even get a piece right here. We've got to get more than that. Can't have that on a critical down where I can almost guarantee you, Josh Heupel in the offensive huddle before they walked out for this possession probably told his guys, hey, it's time to go finish this football game. Let's go run it down their freaking throats, guys. We just hit a 30-yard explosive. Let's keep chopping. Let's keep going at them. We got these boys. Let's go set the tone. And then we go out here and we do that. We can't do that. All right, same play. Okay, now we're into the boundary though. Remember, we had trips right here with the attached tight end, the X all the way back over there by himself, and now they're trying to run counter into this mint front defense, right? Got a really, really condensed surface right here with this defensive end. See how tight we are? We called this counterable, right? Called it counterable. It still is, but what's the difference here, Jonathan? Do we know? The ball's on the right hash. We're running this into the boundary instead of running this to the field. When we ran this to the field, this apex defender had to get further out, right? Had to get real far out and wasn't able to really close and dent the puller, all right, for counter. Also, we talked about that knockback, right? You got to get that thing upfield and make those pullers bubble. This is exactly what happens right here from 33. Great job right here, Quintavious, right there. Boom. Now all of it's bubbling, right? All these bodies are having to be 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, working working horizontally. Also, because we are into the boundary, that apex defender, right, the one splitting the difference between number 2 and the tight end, he's much closer to the box. He's able to really close right here and dent this thing. Look at that, bam. All right, so now we got it fitted much better as a defense, and we get only 2 or 3 yards right here, force a 3rd and 8. Good defensive adjustments right there. I just would have flipped it to the field. You liked it, and you got it licked to the field. Now, he really was. He's over here, and if I see a head coach with the Waffle House like this, all right, the card, I just assume he's calling plays. Don't you? Mm-hmm. I assume, Coach Halsey up in the box, he probably giving a lot of intel, probably giving a lot of thoughts and stuff that he's got up there. But I feel like that's the head man over there calling the plays. And I feel like he thought he had this thing licked based off his reaction. I know Twitter thought this was him mad about the play call. No, this is a reaction of a play caller who thinks he's got an explosive and it doesn't quite get hit. Watch this right here from him. Watch him closely, and then we'll actually break down the play. He's following it. Ah! No, right? That right there is, damn it, we were one play away, right? We're one cut away, and I'll show you what it actually is, right? I think it's the old hat on a hat play. No, we're going to pull the backside guard. Backside guard for 52. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 for 6. We should be one-on-one with the safeties right about now. Ooh. You see why he liked it, huh? Mm-hmm. You see why he liked it. You see why he's over there on the sideline going, oh, man. Oh, man. But that's, hello, Kyron Jones. That's the one that Tennessee fans are frustrated with. That's the series that the Tennessee fans are frustrated with. I never, in my career as a football analyst, I never choose to start with criticism when you score 40. Never, ever, ever. We got to look at the other side of the ball first. That's why we started over there yesterday, because good God, it was all over the place explosives. What a great football game, man. Enjoyed breaking it down this week. I hope you did as well. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button on your way out. I love you. Bye.